November in Montana. Cold, miserable, and yet somehow my sheep have decided it's the perfect time to produce 2 new lambs. Brilliant. More mouths to feed, just what I needed. Right, onto fields. First up, field 2, nearly 3 hectares, mostly loam soil, very nice. Price tag, a staggering $187,000 for dirt. But it promises a decent 118% yield. Not bad. Field 3, bit smaller, just under 2 hectares, but it's pure loam, basically the champagne of soil. Costs $124 grand. It's like buying less land, but it's posh land. Field 10, almost 3 hectares, which sounds good until you realize it's basically a swamp of silty clay. Yield potential, 92%. Price, $189,000. And finally, Field 11, 2 hectares of pure silty clay. It's like Field 10's sad little brother. Cheaper, sure, about 128 grand, but the yield potential is only 89%. Quick check on the silage bales. Almost fully fermented. Should be ready to sell this month. The sheep are fine, wool's stacking up nicely. But before winter really bites, I need a second cut off this grass field. Mow it, bale it, wrap it, and turn it all into more silage. Out with the mower. Just me, the tractor, and an endless sea of grass. Good time to call Giles and have a catch-up with him about these field options. Giles, how are we, mate?
Godric. Good to hear from you. It's been a while. I'm good, thank you. What's going on over in Montana today?
I'm looking at buying a field. 4 options, all nearby. Thought I'd get your opinion before I accidentally bankrupt myself.
Sensible. For once. All right, what have you got?
First one, Field 2. Nearly 3 hectares, mostly loam soil, bit of clay in there. Costs a staggering $187,000, but it's got a decent yield, 118%. Tempting.
Pricey though. What else?
Field 3, smaller, 1.87 hectares, but pure loam. Maximum yield, 125%. Costs $124,000, so less land, but posh soil.
Sounds pretty good, that one.
Right. Then there's Field 10. Nearly 3 hectares, but mostly silty clay. Yield potential drops to 92%. Price tags, 189 grand.
So you pay more for worse land. Brilliant.
Yes. And finally, Field 11. 2 hectares, pure silty clay. Costs 128 grand. Yield potential only 89%.
Sounds like a car boot sale version of Field 10.
Exactly. Cheap, but rubbish.
Well, I'd say it's between Field 2 and Field 3 then. Depends if you want size or quality.
I was leaning that way, but the money is ridiculous. Anyway, if I do buy one, what do I actually plant? Needs to be cheap but still bring in some profit.
Barley's usually the safest. Cheap seed, easy enough to grow, reasonable return.
Barley, brilliant. So I'll work myself half to death and end up with enough profit to buy a pint of barley.
And a packet of crisps if you're lucky.
Living the dream.
Honestly though, start simple. Get used to the land, see what works.
Thank you. Very supportive, as always.
That's what friends are for.
Right, well, I'll think about it. If I lose everything, I'll just blame you.
That's fair. Call me back when you've wasted all your money.
Cheers, Giles. Speak soon. All right, silage has been wrapped, and now I'm taking the first cuts of silage bales off to sell at the Montana Hay Company. Exciting. This should fetch me around 15 grand all up if I'm lucky. Nothing like seeing the results of all that hard work actually pay off. Ah, this looks like the place. Montana Hay Company. Never thought I'd be a proper hay merchant. Right. Trailers loaded, bales stacked like a giant green Lego set. Let's get these off the trailer without launching one into orbit. I swear, every bale has its own little personality by now. Some are stubborn, some are cooperative, and some are plain naughty. There we go. First load down, just like that. $5 in the pocket already. Feels good seeing it all go somewhere useful. Back on the trailer again, bales strapped down tight this time. Don't want any runaway bales. Montana roads, not exactly highways, so careful now. Off we go again, not too far, maybe 10 minutes down the road, but far enough to get some decent scenery. Rolling fields, the sun catching the tractor. I could get used to this. Just me, the hum of the engine, and the occasional sheep giving me the side eye like I'm up to no good. All right, last load. Trailer stacked, spikes engaged. Careful, careful. Hope no one at the hay company notices the little holes the spikes leave in the bales. Honestly, if they do, I'll just call it character in the silage. Adds charm. Down we go again. The final stretch. Trailer shaking just enough to remind me how alive this stuff really is. And there we are. Third load off. $15 if all goes well. Not bad for a day's work. With that out of the way, time for some contracts. First, Field 21, small, quick job. Then Field 49, a bigger one to wrap up November. Nothing beats the smell of fresh cut grass, and I have to say, I love every minute of it. That's 21 done. And a nice little payout to go with it. Now, the next job. Look at this field stretching out into the distance. Perfect conditions. Just me, the tractor, and the grass. Doesn't get much better than this. And to finish it off with the evening sun and a nice big paycheck to boot. Lovely. December in Montana. Not much on the schedule this month. Just some light duties around the farm, maybe a bit of relaxing by the fire, a hot drink in hand, and enjoying the quiet. Perfect time to catch my breath before winter properly sets in. But of course, nothing stays quiet for long. Hey Walter, how can I help today?
Godric! Thank goodness! I'm in a proper mess. My combine driver's walked out, refuses to work the field, says it's too big, too difficult. I don't know, something about the corn hating him or him hating the corn.
That bad, huh?
Bad. Very bad. Field 35, 24.25 hectares of corn. I need someone to finish it. Quick. You'll get $60 if you can handle it.
$60? That's tempting. But that's massive. How long will it take?
Several days. I know it's huge, but it's either you or let the corn rot. Please, Godric.
All right, I'm in. I need the money, and luckily December's looking quiet. When do I start?
Right away if you can. Combine's in the barn next to the field. Keys in the header toolbox. Field's full of corn, so be careful with your turns and the header. I can't stress that enough.
Got it. Corn, combine, $60. Let's do this.
You're a lifesaver, Godric. I'll check in if you need anything. Good luck.
Cheers, Walter. This is going to be a long few days. But $60 is nothing to sneeze at. Okay, I found the key. Let's hop in and get this beast turned on. All right, easy does it. Bit of a grunt. Wow, that's a proper machine. I feel like I should be wearing a suit of armor just to sit in this thing. Okay, easy now. Clear of the doorway, careful of the fence, and we're off. Over to the field. Oh, right. Let's familiarize ourselves. Pedals, levers, buttons everywhere. Feels like piloting a spaceship. This is massive, 24 hectares. That's like driving across a small country. Makes you realize just how much work goes into one crop. No wonder Walter's poor driver decided it was too much. I wonder how many kernels are in this field. Probably enough to feed a small army, or at least enough to make a ridiculous number of cornbreads. It's going to be a long stretch into the night to get this job done, but it's worth every second for 60 grand. The field's massive, the corn doesn't care about the time, and neither do I. Keep at it, stay steady, and by the end of it, I'll have a proper start to the new year. January, and the snow has fallen. I'm standing out in the now empty cornfield, the job done, 60 grand safely in the pocket. Not easy, but I got there. Now that I'm back at the farm, the snow has settled on the ground. First things first, the greenhouse. Plenty of produce ready to sell, looking nice and fresh despite the cold. I'd better check those chickens. They're louder than normal today. They've run out of wheat feed. Great. More running to the shop, more money leaving my pocket. But first, let's deal with the greenhouse haul. Trailer loaded, produce stacked, straps on tight. Off to the market stall at the entrance of the farm. Here we go. Perfect. And just like that, about 7.5 grand in the bank. Not bad for a morning's work. Time to make the long drive off to the farm shop. I've got the trailer and the pallet forks, and it is time to order that chicken feed. I think I'll get 4 pallets of it this time to save future trips and stock up a little. The chicken are multiplying every day, so we will need more sooner or later.
Hey! You surviving the snow all right? Any new adventures I should know about? Or am I safe to assume you're being responsible and not running off to buy a field tomorrow?
Ha ha ha, I'm surviving. Barely. But, well, I might be eyeing one of the nearby fields. Nothing confirmed. Don't get excited.
Ooh, a field, huh? Sounds expensive. You gonna need a loan for that, or are we talking secret billionaire savings?
Ha! I wish it were the secret billionaire savings. No, I may need a bit of help if it happens. And not just for the field itself. Think cultivator, seeder, combine, trailers. All the fancy toys that come with being a real farmer. Costs a fair bit, as you can imagine.
That's quite a list. Sounds like you'll be busy. And broke.
Busy, yes. Broke, probably. But worth it. You know me. I can't resist a good field. And hey, maybe one day you can come check out the Empire, see the fields, the tractors, the majestic chickens.
I'll hold you to that. Don't go spending all your money without talking to me first. Don't forget.
I'll try my best, but no guarantees. Talk to you later, Hope. Now, to unload the final pallet of chicken feed. The last few months have been something else. Cornfield finished, 60 grand in the pocket, silage sold, greenhouse produce moving nicely, and the chickens are finally happy. Looking ahead to 2028, I've got plans. Ideally, I'd like to stop relying on contracts, stop doing other people's work, and make money purely from my own farm. Silage, crops, produce, maybe even a proper shop on site one day. If I can get there, it'll be amazing. But how to do it? That's the tricky part. Fields to buy, machinery to pay for, crops to grow, markets to navigate. It's a big puzzle, and every decision costs money, time, or both. Still, if I can get it right, I could finally have the farm I've been dreaming of. One that's all mine, running smoothly, doing what I love, and maybe even leaving me a bit of spare cash for the occasional treat. Let's see what 2028 has in store for us.